Online School of English by Alex Rubinow.
Hi guys, this is the second part of our phrase trainer. We're going to continue practicing the present tenses and take the most useful phrases so that you could use them in your speech without any mistakes. Alright, so now let's start. The first one, I always wear dresses, but now I'm wearing jeans. So we are contrasting the usual thing, the usual habit, and what is happening now, because now is different. And in the first part, we use present simple because it is something that happens on a regular basis, something stable, something always true. And here we're using the present continuous because we're talking about the moment, because at this moment we're doing something differently. Alright, so when we talk about some changes and we're contrasting what is always true and what's happening now, then we probably would use present simple and present continuous. Let's take a look at that sentence. You're going to see some Russian sentences and immediately I'll tell you what it means in English. Please repeat with me the English sentence, okay? Please do it aloud, because if you do that aloud, it will help you to get rid of all of your mistakes, okay? Good, okay. Я обычно готовлю еду, но сейчас я покупаю ее. I usually cook the food, but now I am buying it. Я обычно шучу, но сейчас я не шучу. I usually joke, but now I'm not joking. Я обычно опаздываю, но сейчас я вовремя. I usually come late, but now I am on time. Я обычно работаю, но сейчас я путешествую. I usually work, but now I am traveling. Я обычно хожу, но сейчас я веду машину. I usually walk, but now I'm driving a car. Alright, so please pause the video now to repeat the English sentences aloud once again, okay? Great. Okay, now let's take a look at the hints. We have them in the center and also we have them here. Please translate the Russian sentences immediately with no thinking, yeah? As soon as you see them, okay? Я обычно учу, но сейчас я учусь. Я обычно сплю, но сейчас я работаю. Я обычно говорю, но сейчас я слушаю. Я обычно спорю, но сейчас я делаю это. Я обычно отдаю, но сейчас я забираю. Okay, alright. You can pause the video now to pronounce these English sentences once again. Okay, now let's check. What do we have? I usually teach, but now I'm learning. I usually sleep, but now I'm working. I usually tell, but now I am listening. I usually argue, but now I'm doing it. I usually give, but now I'm taking. Okay, you can pause the video once again and please pronounce the English sentences with me once again. Okay. Alright, so we also can find the hints in the center for all of the verbs. And also you have the structure in the upper side. Please translate the sentences. Я обычно выигрываю, но сейчас я проигрываю. Я обычно читаю, но сейчас я отдыхаю. Я обычно объясняю, но сейчас я слушаю. Я обычно звоню, но сейчас я отвечаю. Я обычно покупаю, но сейчас я не покупаю. Alright, now you can pause the video to pronounce these sentences in English. Okay, now let's check what do we have. I usually win, but now I'm losing. I usually sleep, but now I'm working. I usually explain, but now I'm listening. I usually call, but now I'm answering. I usually buy, but now I'm not buying. Okay, great. Now you can pause the video once again to repeat these sentences aloud, okay? Great. Alright. Now let's take a look at the next phrase. I have been working here for a year. So usually when we have a job interview, especially in English, we need to tell about our experience or about some process that had some period of time. And the period of time is sometimes very important. When it is important, we use present perfect continuous. So I have been working here for a year means I still work here, but the record is that I have been working here for a year. Yeah, I'm going to continue working probably. Yeah, but I already have this experience of working here for the whole year, and it is important. Alright, so we use these type of sentences a lot when we talk about the period of time and we still are in process of that action. Alright, so let's take a look at some sentences. Please pronounce the English versions with me aloud. Я проработал здесь в течение года. I have been working here for a year. Я проучился здесь в течение года. I have been studying here for a year. Я практиковал это в течение года. I have been practicing it for a year. Я знаю его уже в течение года. I have been knowing him for a year. Я прожил здесь в течение года. I have been living here for a year. Alright, now please stop the video and repeat the English sentences aloud once again. Okay? Good, thanks. Now let's move on. We're going to see some hints. They are in the right form, so just use them. And translate the Russian sentences immediately with no thinking. Okay? Я прождал тебя в течение часа. Я спал в течение часа. Я говорил в течение часа. Я занимался в течение часа. Я смотрел фильм в течение часа. Okay, now you can pause the video to pronounce these sentences in English. Okay, now let's check what do we have. I have been waiting for you for an hour. I have been sleeping for an hour. I have been talking for an hour. I have been studying for an hour. I have been watching a movie for an hour. Okay, guys, please stop the video to repeat the English sentences aloud once again, okay? Alright, thanks. Now let's talk about for ages. For ages, yeah, for a very, very long time. Probably we exaggerate a bit on that. So yeah, let's take a look at the Russian sentences and translate them immediately using the hints, okay? Я обедал целую вечность. Я сидел в интернете целую вечность. Я слушал тебя целую вечность. Я таращился на них целую вечность. Я спал целую вечность. Okay, you can pause the video now to pronounce all of that sentences once again aloud. Okay, now let's check what do we have here. I have been having lunch for ages. I have been surfing the internet for ages. I have been listening to you for ages. I have been staring at them for ages. I have been sleeping for ages. Okay, guys, now pause the video to pronounce these sentences in English once again, to repeat them, okay? Great. Alright, now let's revise what we studied. First we had present simple, yeah, contrasting, present continuous, yeah. When we talk about the changes. Alright, so now you're going to see some sentences in Russian. Please translate them immediately with no thinking, just right there, okay? Okay. Я обычно отдаю, но сейчас я забираю. I usually give, but now I'm taking. Я обычно шучу, но сейчас я не шучу. I usually joke, but now I'm not joking. Я обычно еду на машине, но сейчас я иду. I usually drive, but now I'm walking. Я обычно говорю, но сейчас я слушаю. I usually talk, but now I'm listening. Я обычно проигрываю, но сейчас я выигрываю. I usually lose, but now I'm winning. Alright, now you have a chance to stop the video to repeat the English sentences once again aloud, okay? Alright, great. Moving on to the next phrase, I have been working here for a year, or we have been doing it for some time. Okay, so you have a structure here, and you're going to see some Russian sentences. Please translate them immediately. So you can stop the video to think a little bit if you need to, but I recommend you to pronounce these sentences just watching the video, okay? Alright. Я прождал тебя в течение недели. I have been waiting for you for a week. Я слушал их целую вечность. I have been listening to them for ages. Я практиковал это в течение года. I have been practicing it for a year. Я прожил здесь целую вечность. I have been living here for ages. Я проработал здесь в течение дня. I have been working here for a day. Alright, now you can stop the video to repeat these sentences once again, okay? Great, thank you so much. That was all for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and have a nice day.